You're only going to get the priestess today. The other two are still out. Ah, all right, so bear with me. I have had a lot of um, whew, stuff is going on, man. I don't even know where to start. I really don't. I don't know where to start. I have people who are feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling a lot of things that are happening to them, and they're not sure what to do about it. So I sit with it and I'm thinking, do I just casually jump into this, or do I just rip the band-aid off and go straight in? I'm thinking. I'm having a Constantine moment. Remember that scene where she's standing trying to figure out, well, do I need to take things off to do this water thing to go through? And he's standing there and she goes, what do you, well, I'm thinking. No. So, here's the deal. This morning when I woke up, I was seeing three words. God, little g, O-D, then God, capital G, O-D, then Creator, all capitalized, source, divine. Which one of these, I'm getting ready to go there, you already see me getting ready to go there, don't you? Is the real, true, supreme being? Which one? Is it the little g, capital G, or is it the Creator? Which one's the real one? Which one is it? Sit with that, think that. Because in order to be liberated, you have to be able to see truth. You have to be able to see beyond the lies. And if you can't see beyond the lies, that means you're trapped in the old storyline, the old paradigm, because you're not willing to see beyond the lies. So once again, which one is it? Little g, capital G, or Creator, divine source? Which one's the real, true, supreme being? Which one is it? Because we've all been led to believe that the G-O-D, little g, and then the capital G-O-D has our back. Right? I'm going there, people. I am going there. But when we look at Creator, divine source, the one true Creator, great mystery, great spirit, has your back. Will come through for you because it's connected to your high divine sacred heart. So if it's connected to you in your sacred heart space, you have that connection with it. This being will never tell you to sacrifice something in its honor. It will never ask for that. As a matter of fact, Creator Divine Source does not even want you worshiping it because it's a part of you. You are a part of it. Why is this coming up again? Because it's a big paradigm shift getting ready to happen with this. Huge. Which is why a lot of wars come up over religion. Over my God is better than your God is this is the real God over here, this Bible says this Bible says that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, which one is it? Will the real God please stand up? Will the real Creator stand up? Which one is it? I really want you to think about this. Because where has your energy of indoctrination of what you've been indoctrinated into believing has placed your energy and siphons it off of you? One of the biggest things that I have always hated to hear, and it never made sense to me, even when I was being brought up Catholic. All right? And I would hear some young man say something crazy back in the time when I was dating. I'm looking for a God-fearing woman. And I remember this guy saying this to me. I'm looking for a God-fearing woman. Are you a God-fearing woman? And I said, no. And it got real quiet on the phone. He goes, well, maybe you misunderstood what I just said. I said, no, I heard you clearly. You're looking for a God-fearing woman. Someone that fears God. I don't fear God. And why should I? If God, the one that created me, and I'm created in his image, there's a problem anyway because I woke up as a female. But if God is representing a male, then there's got to be a female God somewhere around that I'm in the image of. He got real quiet. He goes, so you're telling me you don't fear God? And I go, nope. That's like saying I fear my parents. I fear my mom and my dad. That makes no sense because they created me, so why would I fear them? Got real quiet on the phone. He goes, well, let me see if I understand this. You don't fear God. Am I understanding that? I said, yeah, that's the question you asked me, correct? He says, yes, that's what I asked you. You're looking for a God-fearing woman. And I just told you I don't fear God. I turn and he says, well, I don't think we're a match. And I go, correct, we are not. And then I went one step further. I said, let me tell you something, God-fearing person that you are. We are not a match. I am too advanced for you. I'm head of the game. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. Because it doesn't make sense. A lot of stuff doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? So I wish you luck in finding your God-fearing woman. Enjoy that journey. That was it. Never heard from that guy again. Of course not. So why do I bring this up? And it's all about where is your truth of yourself connected to? I still remember after my yoga training, And I was doing some body work on a client, and the client brought this book up called The Microverse, the Divine Microverse. And I just remember her telling me, have you ever read that book? And I was like, no, never even heard of it. She says, get the book. It's going to shock the crap out of you. As a matter of fact, when you read it, you're going to take the book and throw it across the room. I said, I am not going to. What? She goes, there's a section in there that talks about God and how it's not the God that we think it is. And I said, what are you talking about? And so she says, just get the book. And I guess I took my time getting the book. The woman went out, got the book for me, brought it in on her next appointment and said, look, I got you the book. Read the book. And sometimes what happens on our journey, we have things set up, okay? In our soul contract, while we're coming down here, of certain people that we're going to meet at a certain time that's going to wake us up, that's going to bring in information. We're going to go to this certain country or this event, and we're going to do certain things that's going to help us remember who we are and why we're here to do this whole everything. Okay? So we're going to remember all of that. So I remember when I got the book and I was reading it, and I get to that chapter she was telling me about. And talk about there's moments of when you're going through liberation and you're waking up and you're seeing things that are making you say, just kind of scratch your head and go, what? What is this? What? So this particular chapter talks about this God who does not like the fact that woman has intuition and that woman is too powerful. And in order for this God to have full control over the masses, it has to break down woman and make her a slave and to discount her abilities, to bring her down, break her down. Literally, that's what this God says, break her down. She does not need to have her power. She does not need to remember who she is. We're going to make her feel like she's nothing but a sinful being existence. There's nothing good that comes from her other than childbearing and sex. That's it. But other than that, she needs to be subservient to man. She can't ever know what her power is. Okay? Greetings, darling. Greetings. Oh, this is a hot subject. Some people are not going to be able to deal with this subject today. So, when I read that, how it literally says, kill off as many as you can and enslave the rest. This is the only way to keep the power of the divinity, of the divine feminine down. I took that book and threw it across the room. I said every F word, every abominational word that I could think of. And then after I finished cussing out the world on what I just read, I had to sit with it for a second. And it was like all of a sudden, everything just went. And then this huge ass light came on. And then it was like I watched all of the horrible things that's happened to women on this planet and why it happened and what energy was overseeing the demise of women being in power. We're talking all of the witch burnings. We're talking all of the don't let them find out how strong and powerful they are, play them down, take all the so-called deities or whatever that represents divine feminine, get rid of it. Play it all down. Let them not remember who they are, what they are capable of. And I just sat there and I just was like, what the hell is going on? It's like coming out of a slumber. You wake up, you unplug yourself, and you're like, what the fuck was I plugged into the whole time? This is where, in the days to come, the months to come, and even in the next year to come, the amount of truth that's coming out about everything, hi darling, hi, is going to be so shocking to the nervous system. This is why when we look at awakening and we're stepping into the knowing of ourselves, this is why there's little baby steps happening. Not everybody's waking up all at the same time, going, oh, hi, you know. Everything's happening. Okay, this group is going to wake up. This group is going to wake up later. This group is going to wake up. This group is all, because it's all coded. It's all a code. We're all following a certain timing, clicking code. Not just what's within us, but a clicking code that's taking place in various groups of beings here that came here at this time. Okay, now there was a certain amount of waves of us that all showed up here to come here and to be a part of this changeover. And this is a huge to-do. But in that process is a lot of undoing. And it's the undoing of the lies that have covered up the truth all the way up to now and still covering. Because can you imagine if someone just came on, what would this be like? Someone just comes on to a big ass national news TV program and says, tonight we are going to rip the Band-Aid off and we are going to reveal the world that you have been living in, and all that you think you know is a lie. Tonight is the night of truth. You cannot unforeseen this because we now are broadcasting it on every station. Tonight is the night of truth. How many people do you think would be able to handle it? Some would be able to handle it, but the majority would be in what we would call neurological shock syndrome. It would be so shocking to the nervous system to hear the truth that some people probably would just flip out. They would just lose it. This would be called the great undoing. If all the truth just came out all on the same day and it was just said and everything out on the table. Everybody's on the same fucking page. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows who's who. Everybody knows what's what. So when we really sit and we talk about which one of these, God and then Creator, Divine Source, is the real one. They're all real. But only one has the true divineness for you. Only one. The other two do not care about your divinity. All they want you for is a source of feeding from. And if they can keep you in fear, fearing yourself, fearing who you are, fearing that you just live nothing but a life of fear, they've done their job well. But the divine source does not want you living in fear. Divine source wants you to remember who you are. Divine source doesn't want you to feel like you have to worship something outside of yourself because you think of yourself less than or incapable of being divine sovereign being. Excuse me. So, which one really has your back? Which one, when you put out a divine call and you need assistance with something, is going to show up and help you? Or is going to send help to you? Which one's going to care? Which one is not going to sit back and say, oh, wait a minute, you're a female. You're on your own. Which one's going to say that? Or which one's going to actually say, I hear you. I'm coming to support you right now. Don't worry, don't panic. Which one's going to send you a very divine message through your radio and you hear it and your heart settles in and it feels relaxed as soon as you hear a message and you know it's speaking to you, that it has your back and not to worry, that everything changes in a blink of an eye like that. The little G-O-D and the capital G-O-D does not have your back. But divine creator source, the one true creator that stays the same, of infinite love, that's what it shows. It will never ask for a sacrifice. It will never ask you to harm yourself or harm someone else in its name. It will never do that. This is where we are right now. The one true source, creator, divine being will never ask for that. It has never asked that. The other two, little g and capital G, has. Go look in the Bible. You see all the different sacrifices. Someone had to be sacrificed. Somebody had to, oh, we're going to split the child since the two can't make up who the real mother is. Remember that story? Gonna cut a child in half because the two mothers were fighting over the baby. Who's the real mother? Some of the things that are greatly storied in the Bible always made me question things. I got in trouble a lot, especially when I got in Catholic school. That didn't last very long at all. I got my ass out of there. Because I would ask too many questions, and the priest didn't like it, and they would always put me in the corner and say, go to your Hail Marys and your fathers. You go to the corner. You shouldn't be asking questions like that. Well, I'm just asking. So, when we talk about liberation can be painful because it means you have to be willing to seek the truth. And truth a lot of times does not feel good. Truth is hardcore, in your face. We're not here going to put some shellac on it and make it look pretty. This is shellac free. This is it. That's where everything is going right now. And right now, each person, depending on where you are in your journey, how you're feeling connected, what's some of the stories that you grew up with and believing, now you have to ask yourself, that's still true? Or is it not true? What's my belief? And it's okay to sit back and say, I don't think I believe that anymore. I got questions and I'm looking for answers. And when you say you have questions and you're looking for answers, you will get the answer, but be prepared that it might not be the answer that you were looking for. Or thought it should come in a certain little package with a little red bow on it and here's your answer, yay. No, this answer is probably not what you're thinking it is. And that's what liberation is about. Is liberating ourselves out of old cycles, out of old patterns, out of old beliefs, out of old fear tactics upon ourselves. The fear tactics. Liberating and being able to say, fuck yeah, I asked for an answer to this. I got the answer. It was a little shocking to my system, but okay, I'm sitting with it. Now, when we get info, it doesn't mean that you just take the info and you swallow it up as truth. No, you need to sit and feel into it. And everything. How does it resonate with you? Does that sound true? And you can usually tell when it sounds true because it hits you right in your gut. Or it gives you what I call the star beam bumps. You get the nice little goosebumps. That's how you know it's true. It makes you feel all whoo, like your whole light of your being just went whoo. Big old bell, sound the alarm. It just went ringing off. That's how you know. Why is this an important subject? Because I've started this off when I first started my channel and I did the medicine talk, Respect the Healers. And in that, I put the question, can you tell the difference between a truth and a lie? And I never understood why most of the teachers that came into my life in the time of medicine ways and learnings and stuff, the teachers would always ask that same question. Can you tell the difference between a truth and a lie? And I would always answer, well, I would hope I can. But sometimes the lie almost looks so damn good. And then the truth looks so scary. The difference between a truth and a lie. The lie never holds up to the light at all. It always has you scratching your head wondering. But the truth is always going to be right there, and it's going to hold solid, and it's not going to change its form, and it's going to be the same energy of what it's representing of its truth. It's not going to camouflage itself. It's not going to paint itself up differently so that you can feel comfortable with it. It's just going to be its truth, and that's that. The lie is going to play, dance with me, kind of shuffle its hair a little bit, maybe change the coloring, put a different ambiance behind it, but it's going to have its little fluctuation going on. But you might see it, might not see it. Smoke and mirrors, that kind of stuff. So when we talk about getting liberated, it means really standing in your truth and representing that, no matter what. All healers, right now, you are on the front line. We are the barrier that's holding the light up and anchoring it into the grids. With our voice, our songs, our presence, our medicine ways, we're all here doing our part. And every now and then we get a little crusty, we get dusty, we get confused, and we might get a little disshuffled. But someone, somewhere, is going to help pull you back, bring you back in, so you'll remember who you are, and remember who really has your back. The one true creator, source, mother, father, creator, the source, the great mystery, has your back. And it shows up in its most highest, absolute form of love for you. It does not sit in judgment on you. It does not run a tally on you, saying if you were good or bad, naughty or nice. It's not running a tab on you. We do that to our own selves. We judge our own selves for what we do and how we show up. We judge our own selves. Great Spirit, Creator, doesn't do that to us. It loves us no matter what. It doesn't sit in judgment. And it does not want you to be in fear of it, because to be in fear of it means to be in fear of yourself. And why would you be in fear of yourself? If you're in fear of yourself, that means you don't own yourself. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of who you are. And when you're afraid of who you are, you're not being your light. So, this teaching today, I was just like asking questions like, why do you want me to talk about that? I don't. So, talk about it. We're going to tell you exactly what to say to get the point across. Because people, if you're going to liberate yourself, you must liberate all of yourself, not just parts of yourself. And I said, ooh, love it when you talk so divine to me. I just feel it. Because only the divine would say something that beautiful. And I sat in the bed and I was just like, and Kitty jumps up and goes, meow. And I go, yeah, you heard it too, huh? And I said, that is so true. We can't just liberate parts of ourselves. You have to liberate all of yourself. Every part of your being steps in. Yes, this is a great time to watch everything be undone and to watch everything unfold and to watch everything crumble. That is not for the highest good of humanity. And to watch these beings collapse in their cyst bath of toxins, of stuff that they have done. So that's what this is about. Tomorrow we will be releasing our beautiful sacred portals of light and anchor them into the core of Mother. And once they're anchored, then we have done our part, our medicine, for the 19 days. And we get to rest until it's time to do another task. I haven't been told yet what it's going to be. I'm like, be a good one. But this is one of those moments where today really think about those three letters. Which one's the real one? Which one do you feel more connected to? I know which one I'm connected to. It ain't little g, it ain't capital G. It's the big creator, the one true divine source. That's the one I'm connected to. That's the one that gives me breath of life. That's the one that gives me prana. That's the one that when the sun rises, wakes me up and says it's time to get up and get going. When the sun goes down, it's time to be quiet, be still within the self. To give my thanks and my gratitude for showing up, whatever it is that I had to do in the world today. Who I interacted with, how did I show up? When I lay my head down at night, can I honestly say I showed up in a good way today? What task did I complete that made me feel good? What did you do today? How are you feeling today? How is your mission since you were born, since you stepped in, and now you're waking up? How are you feeling about being here? How are you feeling about your purpose? Your mission? What's calling to you? And if you're still questioning yourself, trying to figure it out, you are your mission. You just have to give yourself permission to open that door a little bit more and step through it. And to really, when you liberate yourself, you liberate all of yourself. You embrace and you love every part of your being, of who you are. You love yourself with your makeup, no makeup. You love yourself if you brush your teeth or you don't brush your teeth. You love yourself if you're laying around in your goddess pajamas. It doesn't matter. Love yourself no matter what. That's living divine liberation. When you care enough about yourself to know your self-worth and what you deserve in your life, and to embrace every part of yourself and to love yourself no matter what. Because when you love yourself no matter what, you're always connected to divine source. There's no questions. There's no doubts. There's no hesitations. Hey, kitty, you just popped that door on open. Come on in, mama. There's no liberation. There's no hesitation about your liberations. You stand in that. You represent that. And you walk in honor and reverence of your divinity, of who you are. Period. That is the one thing that little g and that capital G, game over, cannot touch now. Because the divine feminine energy is rising. It is the biggest antidote for the biggest lying virus that's been going on this planet forever. And it's time to get the maximum dose. And I like that. Don't you? Big old dose of medicine is coming. And guess what? It's going to be given, and there's no Band-Aid to cover up how big the dose is. So, this is the message that was being presented today. And I hope a lot of you are not sitting upset and fuming in the corners and I don't want to hear that. Trust me, I was right where you are, what you're thinking. And man, did I have some shiftings that I had to go through. See, you open the door. Where are you? Sitting right. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, my big pretty. Say hi to everybody. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. Say hi to everyone. Give him some cat love. You gonna give him some cat love? So Mama, the energy's been whipping up on me. Huh? Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Hi. All right, you wanna come up here? All right, there you go. There you go, Mama. She's like, she wants to lay down. I'm all over her. Well, I'm gonna pull some cards, and then everyone is gonna be ready, and we're gonna do our medicine again tomorrow. Okay? So I'll bond with you. Look, I'm doing it right now. She's looking at me like, hurry up. Are you gonna jump down? Okay, watch your footing. There you go. Yeah. All right. Here's our message closing. Oh, I love this. Okay, I got your cards, and you gotta find the key. Number 16, the embodiment. What are we embodying? Hi, Chocolate Cosmos. What are we embodying? Look at the beauty of that. The beauty. The white swan, the black swan. They're representing the yin and the yang. Okay. Yeah, that's that set. Remember? Okay, what needs to be healing? Number 32. Take positive action. What still needs to be healed? Take positive action. Take positive action. Hey, everyone, let's wish a happy birthday to Chocolate Cosmos. Hold on one second. If I don't stop this thing, it's going to keep buzzing. Oh, it stopped. Oh, probably because Kitty just looked at it and made it stop. She's a powerful cat. Happy birthday, lovely. We'll pull a card for you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Sorry, I would have my really good singing voice, but unfortunately, it's still healing. But let's pull a card for you. Happy birthday to you, lovely. Birthdays are to be celebrated because it gives a marker when you entered here. When you came to this planet. Okay, use discretion. Use discretion. Oh my gosh, you're just a baby. 31 years old? Oh my gosh, you're just a baby. You're just a baby. You're a youngin'. You're just a youngin'. You're a young baby. When you get up in my age, we'll have something to talk about. Use discretion. Okay? Use that discretion when you got to make decisions on things, and don't just jump into stuff super fast. Always, whenever you're making a decision about something, this is for everyone. Sit with it for 3 days. Sit with it for 3 days. Even if it comes to buying a car, a house, or something, and say, before I sign on to the rest of the dotted line, let me sit with this. Especially when it comes to cars. That's when they really want you, don't hold up any more time. You can get anything out of them. Then when you say, I think I'll just wait 3 more days. You start walking out. Then they're like, well, we'll give you a better deal. I said, really? And the best time to look for a car is on a rainy day. They don't want to be in the rain. Learn that one. Simulate life experience. Simulate life experience. So how do you really want your life experience to be? How do you really want that showing up for you in life? Okay. So one of the things that when we grid our light portals tomorrow, we're going to have that opportunity to just feel that lift and placing it. And then we're closing up the whole portal anchor where we had our sacred bubbles that we were in and using, and making sure our aura field is clear and everything's good. So tomorrow is the closing of this, of the 19 days. And all of you, I'm so proud of you. I want to know how you've been doing and what have you noticed in the 19 days. Write a little summary journal of what you noticed about yourself. What changed? I watched some people come through some massive change in their lives in these 19 days. And I've watched others crumble and then finally come to and recognize, oh my God, I guess I needed to go through that. Including myself. You know, there was a lot of realization and embracing and saying, okay, you know, this is where I am in it, and being in that. Okay, you're welcome. But I want you to have a fantastic. So here are the rules for your birthday. When you have a birthday, you must buy yourself a new purse, a new wallet. You must have a new journal and new pen. Your pen must be purple or either green or black. It must write in either one of those inks. Okay, it has to write in the color ink. Your green is going to represent the abundance. When, excuse me, when you write in green, you're writing the abundance, the prosperity, you're writing that out in the green. Your purple is connecting you to the divine spirit when you're writing and what you're creating and manifesting. Your black is the matter, connecting with the deep cosmos. Okay, those are those levels. So you sit back and you think about, what do you really desire? And then you take a medicine. I'm getting ready to cough again. Excuse me. Then you take a medicine bath. And after you take a medicine bath, you allow yourself to just be and have that moment. What do you want this to represent? Oh, and make sure you get this book by King Simon, because he has in here what you do. There's a process of what you do 52 days before your birthday, and then does a suitcase count. Yes, absolutely. That's traveling. Make sure that you put a piece of black tourmaline in your suitcase. Hi, darling. Because when you're traveling, you want to make sure your suitcase comes back to you and it doesn't get lost. You put a piece of black tourmaline in your suitcase. That protects it from being routed in the wrong direction. It comes back to you. I always tie certain braid fabric on my suitcase that shows that it's coming back to me. And I have a nice big piece of black tourmaline in my suitcase when I travel. So it comes back. But there's a process 52 days before your birthday, and then 52 days after your birthday, what you want to be celebrating. And it's not just celebrate today. You have 52 days of processing. So this book actually will take you through it. And it has all the wonderful things about, let me see if I can find that one section. He did a really good, it's so good, the numbers. You understand your numbers, you'll understand how the universe works. So it's called 7 Cycles. Okay? And the 7 cycles. So the first cycle, 52 days, the first one's called reputation. Okay? This is all about leadership roles and building your status, how you're developing a business, promoting your own interests, the self-benefits, and keeping healthy, looking at all levels. The second cycle of 52 days is called the journey. And the journey is about the sensitivity, the flowing phase, the short, the quick, the trips on the train or by water. And it's all about being fluid like water, moving, flowing through, starting new careers and business, avoid borrowing or loaning money. It's unknown favor, time of gambling, stock market stuff. Then the third cycle, 52 days, is called energy. This is the energetic phase. It's the responsible and the prosperous time. This is not where you want to be reckless, okay? So it has that, and it's all about setting the intentions. Then it goes into the fourth cycle, which is called the mental cycle. And the mental cycle is all about mind awareness phase, brain power, the creative journal, the innovative ideals, developing your intuition. So there's a lot to our birthdays. Phase 5, 52 cycle is about success. And this is about adaptability, movement based, placing things or person depending on circumstances, expand and be free. Okay? Collect finances, borrow money, deal with the lawyers, judges. Unfocused energy can be this also. The 6 is called the vacation cycle. And this is where harmony is balance, magnetic connection, pure masculine energy related to purity of the feminine energy. And then cycle 7, another 52 days, is the critical. This is the one that's right before your birthday. And the critical is where you're cleansing, you're going through a physical detoxification. There's endings, there's things that's coming up. So finding out how that processing is, and then that's how it flips and goes into its 52 days. Few pieces, thank you for my first time. Yes. So for sure. So get this, it walks you through it, and it's called the 7 phases, the 7 cycles that you go through. And everyone goes through this, but here's the thing. You don't know that you're going through it if you're not aware of it, okay? People just think, oh, I just celebrate my birthday. No, it's a lot more than that. You make a ceremony out of it. How are you showing up? What's the new you? How you're stepping in? What's the new you? Okay? This is really good. And it's not that expensive. The book I think it was $20 because he's self-published. And but you can get it on Amazon. I got it on Amazon. Okay? So it's really, really good. And even has let's see, phases 1, 2, emotional numbers. It has all about the numbers. Great book. Good job. Okay, everyone. This has been my pleasure to show up and be here and to talk about that subject. I was like, oh, but, you know, that's what the priestess is for. We bring it like we have to bring it and present it. And this is to encourage you to be 100% liberated, not just pieces of you, but all of you. Because you are what? Divinely awake, divinely aligned, divinely free. You are divinely seen. You are divinely heard. You are divinely loved. Period. Be so light. Like and subscribe. Be true to your light. Liberate yourself 100%. And don't apologize for being your true, authentic self. Period. All women, hold your head up high, walk in your knowingness, and knowing that the true divine source has you, not the practicing little one gods that practice being a god, but they never quite mastered it. Ooh, did that hurt to say? Ooh, but it felt so good. Ow! All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love to you. Know that the divine source has your back 100%. Loves you no matter what. That's all it gives you is love. Never judges you. Have a great day.